Oh my god. This is like a tropical mango in an energy drink format. You know those Amazon influencers who make like all these haul videos of their favorites? Well, this is like that, but think of it as a Desi creator, haha, moi, who loves supporting fellow Desi creators, entrepreneurs, business owners, and genuine stuff I genuinely lose. Stuff that I genuinely love. And as we're entering this festive season, starting October all the way until whenever you remove
those Diwali Christmas lights, probably in February of next year,
I thought instead of you gifting useless things to your loved ones, let me share with you my absolute favorite South Asian brands as a self-certified picky person. To the right of me are all things that I want to show you. Starting off with beauty and makeup. My absolute favorite and most used brand, Kulfi Beauty. I love the work that Priyanka is doing in the beauty space, especially when it comes to fellow Desi girls with texturized and hyperpigmentation skin. Satin lipstick in the shade First Saree. You can go as dark as you want, but you can also go as light as you want. I've actually been putting this as a blush. I just dab it all over, and it's like this beautiful mauvey pink shade, especially if you're also a fellow brown girly with olive to orange undertones like me. This lipstick is the perfect hack for a summer blush. Maybe giving you blush blindness right now, but I love how buildable this is, but also in person it's very light. You have seen me wear this lip stain in several of my videos. I love the subtle color, almost like a rougey color it adds to your lips. I wore this lip stain on a stupidly hot summer day at Niagara Falls. 2 days later, my cousin sister asked me if I was wearing anything on my lips, and to her surprise, it was just this. If you want that effortless look, but with like literally one product,
this is that bestie.
If you do your eye makeup very similar to me, it's just kajal in your waterline as well as some mascara. Let me put you on to Zari eyeshadow. It is the perfect pop of color if you want to do like a daytime look, bronze brocade. But then if you're going on like, you know, a Thursday night out with girls, Friday date night, plum pataka is your purple bestie. Their plum pataka is such a beautiful metallic purple, especially if you want to add the slightest pop of color. Purple is also an iconic color for CTD. Now, if you were the girly pop also obsessed with Urban Decay eyeshadow, specifically in the shade Sin,
if you know, you know.
This bronze brocade is like the Desi sister to that. Ooh, do you see that sparkle? Oh my god. And what I love is like the buildability. I love how much you can build the eyeshadow. Same category of beauty, but we're going in the line of skincare. Ranavat. I've been using this brand for the last 5 years, since the pandemic started actually. I initially purchased their travel size kit because I was just dabbling in the brand a little bit, and I fell in love, head over heel, over their saffron serum. Now, that tiny bottle actually lasted me a legitimate full year and a half. This bottle, it is a little bit of an investment because of the price. I bought this 2 years ago and we've only now hit the halfway point. It comes in like a little dropper situation. All you do, that shine. I use this on a weekly basis as a ritual, but also on a daily basis. I just need a drop along with my moisturizer, and I just slather that all over. Oh, that saffron smell.
I could douse my entire body in this smell.
There's no gender with the saffron smell. So universal, but it's like such an intoxicating, delicious, comforting smell. What I also like to do is use their Kansa wand. Now, if you don't know what a Kansa wand is or how to use it, Google it. Go onto their website. They've done their thorough research on it. You can use it along with the brightening saffron serum, or what I like to do is just go bare with it, make tiny circles on the forehead, or just like infinity.
Oh my god.
If you are also like me and you're prone to headaches, when you're watching TV or you're in the midst of doing work, take this bad boy out and you just go underneath that like eyebrow bone.
Oh my god.
Cooling to the skin. Ooh. That jawline is there. Now on to food and pantry items. I featured OG Ghee in episode 5 of Desi Girl Approved. I love what Vresh and Thomas are doing in the ghee business. On top of all the different flavors that they actually have, they're actually using real butter, making it into that nutty, delicious ghee that all of us Desi kids remember growing up with a mom who has always told me time and time again,
make your own ghee, make your own ghee, it's good for you, da 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 da.
I am that type of girl who likes to outsource these sort of things, and this brand is legitimate. But for the PSL Lovin' Latte girlies, chai spiced is that October PSL Latte bestie. I slathered this on some raisin bread. Oh, delicious. If you want to watch the full review of their entire collection, I'll pop that video down below. The next one was also featured on episode 3 and 4 of Desi Girl Approved, which was Rick's Good Eats chocolate chip cookies. Now, I was absolutely floored by the taste of them. I just couldn't wrap my head around the fact that on its own it tasted like a chocolate chip cookie, but dunked in with some coffee or cha tasted legitimately like I'm eating cha and chocolate chip. Like, I don't know how he did that. So what did I end up doing? Buying their frozen prepackaged cha chocolate chip cookie. What I also love about Rick's Good Eats is he gives an instruction as to the preheat time, bake time. Now I have at home cha chocolate chip cookies available whenever I am craving a good chocolate chip cookie. The next topic, one out of the 2 most favorites. I love jewelry. I am your through and through gold hoop girl, but very recently I wanted something to elevate a white dress that I was wearing, and I wanted something that was subtle but at the same time like has a small sort of jhumki going on. If you want the details to the Etsy shop, I'll leave that name right here as well as in the description box below. Now, in the same line, I've been trying to get a ear cuff piercing, but to lead up to that, I wanted to try out these ear cuff. This came in a set of 2. I legitimately lost the other one, my fault. Another one is already added to cart, fits so nicely, and this is exactly what I did before my nose piercing. If you also did that, wore a little bindi or a little nose cuff until you actually got the piercing. I'll insert the photo at the age of 18 GRT in Chennai that my cousin took of me. This is my trial test to see how I feel with it, if I'm legitimately having any pain. So what I normally do, these tiny mini jhumkis, this cuff as a pair, and it matches so well. But now that I'm looking at this with this earring, do you think it matches? Let me know in the comments down below if it does, or I don't know. Now the next category, clothing. If you are a girly pop that has fallen victim into the basic white top, jeans, and you're just wearing it time and time again, and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I feel boring, I invested in a delicious, beautiful pink Jaipur jacket. There's a lot of them actually on Etsy.
Like if you go down the rabbit hole, there's a lot.
But I did the research for you. She hand makes it using patchwork essentially. I love the little flower details, and then on this side, you know, being a foodie and all the little strawberries, and then in the back we have the same kind of patchwork design going on. Elevates the look. It doesn't matter if you're wearing it with jeans and a white shirt, or jeans and a black shirt, or black pants and a white shirt. Like, the material itself is 100% cotton. If I want to put my hard-earned money into anything, it would be to another fellow South Asian entrepreneur. If you're also a fellow girly with a lot of chesticle situation,
and we're never able to get the same luxury like you can back in the homeland, where you can just buy some fabric, get a good tailor to fit the girls in the way that you want it, regardless of the size you are, since we don't have that luxury here.
And I was in a desperate need of finding a saree blouse myself. Tia Bhuva, honest to God, I am amazed at the sizing variety that exists. I chose this color because the only two sarees that I have, one for my sister's wedding, it's like a beautiful chiffon silk, and another one is another mauvey pink. I love the arm detailing that it has, like front and back. Keeps the girls nicely looking, and it fits comfortable, but at the same time, like, it doesn't look like you're like squished into a blouse. I legitimately hate that feeling. Because it's cropped, you can wear it like a crop top. This is an extra large, so it fits right below my belly button. This with some cute jeans, you have a delicious fit for a Friday night out. I absolutely have always been in love with Manasi Arya's drawings, especially the Desi versions to the Western classics. Very similar to like the Powerpuff Girls, as well as like the taco situation. Hot says born cultured. There's one word, ooh, Diablo is beef sub beans. Like, how real is this t-shirt? I am in my cozy comfort era.
That's the PJs.
And I'm also in a weight loss journey. If you want that little story time, I'll nudge you to this video here. But I'm a girly who needs to feel comfortable in the gym, so these 3XL t-shirts came through, but also they are beautiful. I love the henna details on the hands, holding an iced coffee. Let me know, do you prefer an iced coffee or an iced chai, or are you an iced dirty chai? The subcategory under clothings is
this bag from Kipling. I made a separate what's in my bag video, so you can check that out. But if you're also a creative, and because your phone battery is constantly at 20%, you also need to carry a power bank and a charger on top of your everyday essentials, this is that dependable bestie.
Now, books have had a profound impact in my life. I'm sure for you as well, if you're also an avid reader. And one of the things that I've been doing is first purchasing the Kindle version of the book, and then if I really like the author, I will go ahead and buy the entire trilogy. My hopes is that one day when I have children, inshallah, that I can build them a library of South Asian authors, something I dearly wish I had when I was growing up as a Desi kid. So with that introduction, let me bring you to Nisha Sharma's trilogy of books. If Shakespeare was an Indian auntie, we have Dating Dr. Dil, the second book, Tastes Like Shakkar, and the third book, Marriage and Musti. I'm gonna say this, and this may shock you a lot, but this trilogy did what the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants couldn't do. do being a Desi brown girl. Karina, Bobby, and Vera live rent-free in my head. It's in the way that Nisha writes that
situations will happen and I'll be like, what would Karina do?
That's the beauty of writing, you know what I mean? The ability to impact someone else's life so much. And the other thing, if any of these books were to be a movie, Tastes Like Shakur. Tastes Like Shakur should be the movie. In my brain, I was thinking of Bhumi Padnekar in Dum Laga Hai Shah. Her personality, I feel, would go so well. I know everyone has read The Henna Artist. It's definitely the writing of Alka. And for me personally, age difference between my sister and I is also very similar to the age difference between Radha and Lakshmi. As a younger daughter, the perspective of an elder daughter in a brown household. That was one of the things that I very much connected to. The subtle nuances between Lakshmi and Radha and how they grow throughout the book. I wanted to know if you read the other books to the sequel, what I believe. I'd love to know your thoughts. I left this book to the very end because it is the main reason why I started Cheeky Diaries in the first place. Born Confused by Tanuja, Desai, Hidier. And the sequel to it, Bombay Blues, I took the cover off. If you want the full story time, go onto the CTD website and on the homepage, scroll down until you see this and you will see the full story time of how Cheeky Diaries, the name, came to be and how this book inspired me so much. Like 12? Yeah, I was around 12 years old when I first got my hands on this book. And then I read it again at 16 and I read it again at 18. This was one of the few books when I was growing up as a preteen that existed and very similar to me.
A regular ABCD.
What I will say is I fell deeply in love with the relationship between Dimple and Karsh. Disclaimer, I am going to give spoiler alerts, so this is the time to fast forward. In Bombay Blues, she meets someone else. And there was a portion of me that got so mad because I'm like,
it's always Dimple and Karsh. There's no one else.
So I ended up messaging Tanuja and being like,
I can't believe that you would destroy Dimple and Karsh.
And she gave me such a beautiful, eloquent response. She was like, I think every girl who's becoming a woman is allowed to evolve, including in the evolution of who she loves and who she doesn't love, right? That's also life too. That was a very hard pill that I had to swallow. But it's true. People can change and so relationships can also change, right? When she messaged me the very first time on Instagram, I was freaking out. 16-year-old me would be like, jumping over the moon that an author she admired so much is like IG bestie. Like, what world are we living in? Now that I've bombarded you with what social media is really about,
consumerism,
I am happy to know your hard-earned money is going towards a South Asian owned brand, entrepreneur, business.
Instead of that sock inside of a cup situation for your sister, even though she's going to regift it anyway. True story, by the way.
And if you know of or you are a fellow South Asian creative business owner, entrepreneur, drop your IG handle in the comments down below. Maybe we can hype you up in the next one. See you in the next video, and remember to always keep smiling, beautiful soul. Bye!